a face mask. It has changed the way of our life. But during this pandemic, how could we still maintain our social work?
The pandemic has changed everything about the way we go about life and the way we see everyone else and whether or not we can see everyone else, literally, as well as a lot of our classwork and how we have to interact with others. As a resident, I get to make the decision for myself every morning if I want to get up and get dressed and go to class, or if I want to just log in on my phone and lay in bed and hope that I can still retain just as much information as if I had gone to class. I'm not sure commuters have the same luxury, but they definitely still have to make that decision in a similar way.
Thanks to the technology, we still have Collaborate, a online meeting tool for our class. Then we can meet our instructor and classmate online. In this section, we can use Microsoft Teams and Zoom to making an interview in order to maintain social distance. And we can interview the student who affected by the pandemic and to see how they spend their time in this hard time.
Everything changed when the world shut down in March. I had to start working from home. My daughter's school went virtual and so did my school. The hardest part was my work schedule now conflicted with my school schedule because I had to be in mandatory meetings at the same time I was supposed to be in class. And by the time I finished working 8 hours sitting at my kitchen table, I could not physically sit there for another 2 to 4 hours to do my schoolwork. My only saving grace was getting to go to my pastor's house every Sunday to live stream the service with 2 other people.
Now I do all my classes online, and composition kind of gives me grief, so I usually go there in person.
So, how does it feel to do most of your work online?
It's actually pretty good for me because it's not exactly great for social, like, without to go without social contact, but COVID and all that, I think it's actually pretty good to do it online. For example, a student, a female student of my class had a coronavirus, like a positive test. So she hadn't actually gone to class in person, and I haven't actually gone to in class in person for like 3 weeks, I think, during that time. And suddenly I receive a notification from her saying I got positive. So that was kind of like a bomb. So I was like, yes, I just did online.
I got the message that my test results were positive. They got back. I looked at the link and I said, okay, this is not going to be good. I was with on a call with the friend Juju at the time. And I was like, okay, I got to open this with you. I can't open this alone. And she said, okay, I'm here. And I open it and I show her. The first thing I did was look. And I'm freaking out. I'm bawling. I'm crying, freaking out. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. I'm not a great mental state to not have the ability to smell or taste things. But Gigi's been a real sport, and she keeps, every now and again I'll be on call with her and I'll start freaking out and crying and breaking down. When I do that and she sees that I really need her in that moment, she gets out of her dorm and she goes around and she comes over to the window right here and she just puts her hand up on the window and she's like, it's gonna be okay. She's giving me pep talks until she notices that I'm, starting to cheer up again, or at least.
What do I think next year will look like? I really don't know. I'm a little worried. And they've already been talking about shutting down the schools in Tarrant County again. And that really scares me because I don't want to end up like things were last spring. I don't want to be stuck in my house. I don't want my daughter to be doing school virtually and her getting super depressed again and me getting depressed again. It really scares me. I want things to get back to normal. I want to stop wearing stupid masks everywhere I go.
I think next year, potentially, hopefully, maybe there will be a vaccine and there will be a way to avoid COVID next year, or maybe other than wearing masks everywhere, or maybe other than sanitizing everything and questioning everything I do outside of the walls of this dorm. I would love to see that. I think that's my optimism, my positivity, saying yeah, definitely this can happen. I can drive around, I can go wherever I want, and it'll be excellent, top tier, and just everything will be fine again. But the fact of the matter is, it just doesn't seem like that's what's going to happen.
I think more and more people are aware of the terrible aspect of the pandemic. So there will be more protection policies in the future, I think. And that will help us to get our lives back to normal.
As a society, we've learned to function remotely. We've been able to do work remotely, school remotely. So I think that's one thing that should remain as a permanent change. The other thing that I'm looking forward to is being able to be on campus again, making friends, laughing, doing different activities, just see the campus come to life again.